Yeah.
All right, I'm going to call the meeting to
There she
order.
is.
Starting with our remote attendance description pursuant to gubernatorial disaster proclamation and the declaration of emergency for the city of Urbana, Illinois, related to the COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with changes to the Open Meetings Act, Public Act PA 101-0640, it has been determined that an in-person public meeting is not prudent or safe at this time. Members of the public body will attend remotely using Zoom webinar. Members of the public may attend via Zoom. The board is suspending the usual electronic attendance and voting section of the board bylaws and will allow all board members to attend this meeting remotely and fully participate in that respect.
Recording in progress.
Becky, if you could call the roll, please.
Yes. Jane Williams.
Here.
Beth Scheid.
Here.
John Thies.
Present.
Barbara Bennett.
Present.
Michael Weissman.
Here.
Lupe Mejia.
Here.
Gloria Yen.
Here.
Sharice Hersey. We're
Here.
missing Mark Pelmore.
All right, then, are there any additions, corrections, or modifications to the agenda? Hearing none and seeing none, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Moved in, is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Becky, please call the roll.
Okay. Jane Williams.
Yes.
Beth Scheid.
Yes.
John Thies.
Yes.
Barbara Bennett.
Yes.
Michael Weissman.
Yes.
Lupe Mejia.
Yes.
Gloria Yen.
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Are there any nays? Hearing and seeing none, it's unanimous. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Is there any public comment?
There was none that came in an email.
All right, then we have presentations. It's time for fiscal year 21 per capita grant requirements. We're going to cover a number of categories. It looks like Dawn, is Dawn doing all of these?
I am tonight.
Okay, Dawn. Dawn, you're on.
All right. So Becky, am I able to share my screen?
You should be set, ma'am.
All right. Did it work?
You're in.
All right. So let me start the slideshow. All right. So where are you guys? Which one are you guys seeing? I've got two screens here and I've never done it.
Serving our public, chapters 3, 8, and 12.
All right. Is it just?
No,
Okay,
you're getting the presenter view rather than the audience view.
That's what I was afraid of. How do I go? I don't know how to do this. I apologize.
Dawn, if you exit out of the slideshow view and just do it, what Lauren and I did last week is just did it from the just regular view where you click on the side instead of having it in presenter view. Yeah, like that.
Like that. All right. Starting again. the joys of a dual screen. All right. So I'm going to take all the chapters this month. The first one is personnel. So just real quickly, the library, I'm happy to say, meets the state personnel standards for Illinois public libraries. Some of the standards that they ask for are that we have staff handbook and board approved policies for personnel. We have both a staff handbook, which is going to be updated hopefully after tonight's meeting with the passage of a policy. And then also we have plenty of the board approved policies for personnel. We keep our job descriptions up to date and update the wage chart every year with the new fiscal year. We are EEOC and ADA compliant, and we have a really strong employee onboarding process. We actually just, within the last couple of months, updated our employee checklist, onboarding checklists again. And I think they're a hearty 2 or 3 pages now. And so, yeah, I've had some good feedback about those. The library provides support for conference attendance, trainings, and webinars from personal experience. was allowed to attend an all-day HR conference just last week. That was via Zoom. Enjoyed it very much. And I know that many of us take advantage of that throughout the year. We have access to library literature, professional development materials, and trustees and administrators aware of federal, state, and local statutes and regulations. And one example of that is the whistleblower policy that you all are going to take a look at tonight. That is a new state law that public sector employers have a whistleblower policy. So we're bringing that to you this month. And we're also compliant with state and federal laws affecting library operations. And the salaries, fringe benefits, we hit right at the recommended 70% level of total operations for fiscal 22. And we are also due to start staff evaluations very shortly. So that's personnel. On to Chapter 8, system member responsibilities and resource sharing. So we also meet the state system member and resource sharing standards for Illinois public libraries. And we again strive to keep staff and board aware of IHLS and ISL services. And as you know, we have a board agenda item every month for IHLS. So I'm striving to keep you aware of things that are going on in the system. UFL participates in interlibrary loan, reciprocal borrowing, and system delivery. And we agreed to abide by the Illinois Interlibrary Loan Code and other agreements. And we have staff, administration, and board who participate at various levels of IHLS, ILA, and ISL. And one example of that, Celeste is involved in the Directors University. And up until recently, Lupe was very involved in IHLS. So those are just a few examples. We are eligible for, promote statewide tech-supported public library service for every Illinois resident. And we are eligible for state grants, including the per capita. So that's a very welcome thing every year. And this is obviously my old version because I had unhighlighted October. That was my reminder to myself to make sure that we had reaffirmed it, and we did. So the library also meets the state technology standards for Illinois public libraries. The acceptable use policy was reaffirmed last month in October, and we continuously strive to improve technological services, resources, and access. An example of that is the technology plan, which will be coming to you all next month for its first look for the next year. The library protects the integrity, safety, and security of its technological environment. We have a very active training program through the Know Before platform, which not only has training modules, but will occasionally send us phishing emails just to give everyone a heads up. And I get emails almost every day. Someone says, "This looks fishy. Is this, I shouldn't click on this." And I'm like, "No, you're right. You shouldn't." So I'm very glad to say that staff is aware and vigilant about protecting our technological environment. The library maintains, troubleshoots, repairs, and replaces computer hardware and software. We really strive to do that. And one example of that is using a ticketing system to make sure that requests and things that need attention don't fall off of the radar of the IT staff. And we just recently hired a second IT user support assistant so that we have more coverage for IT problems that crop up throughout the day. So we've got someone who works mainly weekend and evening hours, and also someone now who is primarily daytime hours. So we're covering as many hours as we can. The library ensures adequate technological access and maintains appropriate hardware and software to accommodate both library operations and patron needs. Again, that is part and parcel of the technology plan. And we do participate in the Illinois Telecommunications Backbone, the ICN. And we also provide a sufficient number of patron accessible workstations on a per capita basis with minimal wait times. And I believe it's come to you several times over the past year as we've kind of brought the computer lab up in terms of workstations and down in terms of workstations depending on need. And we're just very aware of if there are wait times and needing more workstations open. So those were the items I wanted to bring to you this evening, short and sweet. Are there any questions I can answer for you?
Dawn, does Know Before send phishing emails to board members?
I believe that you all are in the system.
Okay, because I mean, there's been some very obviously fishy emails coming across, and it's like, oh, fishy email, and just, I don't send them forward, I just kind of dump them, but that would make more
I'm glad
sense.
Yeah, I think the idea that because you all are receiving email, from a variety of sources outside the library, we want to make sure that you have the same training, because could provide vulnerability in the same way. So we want to make sure that everyone is up to date with the latest, trends in that cybersecurity area.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, because today Becky and Celeste know I forwarded one to them saying, "Is this legit?" So presumably it was one of the examples. Is that right, Becky?
I'm assuming you probably got, yes, the no before phishing attempt. So yes, that's what we're assuming, but you didn't click on it. You did the right thing no matter where.
If you click on it, is it like fireworks? You're an idiot.
No, but it does kind of pop up a screen that says, "Oops,
you got
this
caught."
this was a phishing email," and it kind of points out what happens, and then it kind of takes your account or your email address and puts it into a group of people called clickers, and then there are opportunities for additional training for
Oh,
people.
good.
That caught.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happened to me because the city also, I actually have some training I have to do on Know Before Now, because they keep you doing it, maybe every 3 to 6 months or something, but you still have to do it. But yeah, I clicked on one of the Know Before things, and then I got an email saying, "You clicked on this, da, 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 and so now you have to do this particular training."
It's a great idea.
So yeah, that's how they get you sometimes.
That's great. Are there any other questions or comments for Dawn? Okay,
I do have
Dawn,
a question in general.
Oh yeah, Sharice.
I know that at the end of the year, we have to, I want to know if all of this goes toward that paper that we have to sign at the end of the year, saying that we studied these particular chapters and so on and so forth.
Yes, this is all going towards the per capita application,
Okay.
where we have to kind of say which months we covered which topics in
Okay.
the standards book. Yeah.
And the other question I have too is because everybody's kind of done a PowerPoint in studying this, and I was hoping that do we have copies of your PowerPoints in our emails? Because I really need to check my email better. I don't check it as much as I should.
I'd be happy to send it. It would not, at least mine wouldn't be in your email at this time, but I'm happy to send it if you would like it.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, anything else? All right, Dawn, thanks very much. Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Let's move on to our consent agenda. Let me read through them and I'll invite a motion to approve this. Starting with the board meeting minutes of October 12th, 2021. Payroll for October 22nd, 2021 totaling $97,749.61. Payroll for November 5th, 2021 totaling $99,204.08. Bills for October 14, 2021 totaling $10,785.63. Bills for October 21, 2021 totaling $13,673.51. Bills for October 29, 2021 totaling $14,172.14. Bills for November 4th, 2021 totaling $34,355.77. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I moved.
Oh, time out. I've got Celeste. What did I not do right?
Can you ask people if they'd like to separate anything?
Oh,
True. Anybody want to separate something? Okay, seeing none. Is there a motion to approve?
so moved.
Been moved by Beth and seconded by Sharice. Okay, discussion. Becky, please call the roll.
Okay. Jane Williams?
Yes.
Beth Scheid?
Yes.
John Thies?
Yes.
Barbara Bennett?
Yes.
Michael Weissman? Michael? Oh.
He's listening to
Yes.
Led Zeppelin.
Lupe Mejia?
Yes.
Okay. Gloria Yen?
Yes.
Sharice Hersey?
Yes.
Mark Pelmore. He just came in.
There. Okay, are there any opposed?
He came in. There he is. Hey, Mark.
Oh, hey, Mark, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you got a yes out of it. There we go.
Okay.
All right. That would be unanimous. So we'll consider that passed. And we'll move on to action items. We have policy revisions, including the one that Don referenced a moment ago, starting with, let's get that in front of me. Starting with the change to the leave policy. Somebody want to, Celeste, are you going to talk about these things or someone else?
Actually, Don, could you do that? Could you talk the policies through?
Sure. So the leave policy, even though we just updated it in July, actually had more changes than you would anticipate already. But one of the things that we did was update some of the language again to remove reference to maternity and paternity leave. We made it more neutral with parental leave. Another change we made was updating the language with reference to FMLA and how we wanted to update and put into policy how we are actually counting, because what was in policy was not our preferred way. So we are now, policy is in line with how we'd like to approach it, is you start counting the time when the person actually starts to take FMLA leave. We simplified the leave chart, fewer categories. And the biggest change, which was the one of changes to state law, was that sick leave may now be used to provide personal care for covered family members. So that's the majority of the meat of the changes, is to make sure that that change to the law is in our policy.
Great. Okay, first of all, does anybody want to separate these three, or do you want to vote on them at one time?
I don't
All
see
right.
why we can't do it all at once.
All right, then Don, if you want to go ahead and describe the other two.
Sure. So then the second one is the equal employment opportunity and anti-discrimination. And this is, again, a change to the Illinois law where there's a new protected class for work authorization status. So the only change to that policy is, again, to get us compliant with Illinois law and add that protected class. And then the last one is a whistleblower policy. So there's an amendment to the Equal Pay Act this year, and also, I believe, the SAFE-T Safety Act that's mandating public sector employers to have a whistleblower policy. And also then we will be expected to review that annually with staff and make sure, get an acknowledgement from them that we have done so. So that is, we got this policy. It was a sample provided us by HR Source, a sample policy, and there's a procedure that goes along with it and a form that goes along with it. So once again, HR Source proves they are worth every cent of our subscription or fee that we pay for them every year. But this was vetted by, they have employment attorneys on staff. They came up with it. And then, so I adapted it, just kind of flipped out your organization for UFL. And then we also ran it by our attorney.
Excellent.
For a second set of eyes.
As you should. That's good. All right. Let's go ahead and do a motion to approve and get it second, and then I'll entertain questions, comments, discussion. So is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve these
Okay.
policy changes.
Okay, Barb. Barb moves it. Is there a second?
A second.
Second by Sharice. All right, Sharice. Any discussion, comments, questions?
I guess one of the things from the training that we had to do earlier, because I guess what I would like to see in added to the whistleblower policy is the 800 number for the EEOC or somebody, because it said that in that I remember in that training that sometimes the person that you may have issue with is the person that you would report to, and that there should be a third person or another agent. You could go, people need to know that they could go straight to the agency itself to file a complaint or something, or so I would like to see that included, only because, you know, everybody's going to be seeing this in the manual. And then that way they would know basically that if they can't, if they have an issue with their immediate supervisor and they don't feel comfortable going to their immediate supervisor's supervisor, that they can actually be more anonymous by saying something to the agency itself. Am I wrong with that? Or
Which policy are you talking about? Because you mentioned the EEOC, and that's one of the policies we're bringing forth, but then you also mentioned whistleblower.
Well, because in the whistleblower, when we did that, when we had to do that training a couple of months ago, it said something in the whistleblower, when they were talking about whistleblowing, that every employee should know that they don't have to go to their direct supervisor to file a complaint. If in fact that direct supervisor, you can make a complaint to anybody.
I think
the
here
way that
that-
it reads
Yeah, go ahead.
now, you go to the associate director, and if the
Right.
associate director is the problem, you go to the executive director.
Okay.
Which so it means you're really talking about people, people lower. The problem would be if both of them are implicated by the complaint.
I don't think that they both have to. My understanding from their training is that they don't both have to be implicated, but that person needs to feel comfortable going to a third party. So there's a 800 number or something that can be called to the agency directly.
How about this? I've thought of whether or not we approve it with an amendment like that, but I'd rather be careful to word it in the right way.
Yeah, I want it worded in a way though that, it's not like you just instantly go to that, but that you can
there's another option.
Yeah, there's another option. All options
Yeah.
are supposed to be available. That's
Let me see if this works, Therese, for you. And Gloria just posted
yeah, I'm looking.
some possible other alternatives. What if we approve this and then go off and try to craft an amendment to it that would speak to your point that there are circumstances where there might be a good outside option. I don't want to. I'm a labor and employment lawyer, among other things, and even with my experience, I would still want to look and get it right. And so, rather than just say let's go ahead and give that directive to staff, we did have this blessed by council, and we're complying with or comporting to best practices. And it is true. I have seen policies that do make specific reference to outside entities in policies. And so I don't know how you feel about that, but that might be one option to get this approved and then to come back with some amendments, but perhaps that could be considered.
Okay.
Is that all right with you? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that clear enough to staff as to what Therese is your suggestion is that there may be circumstances where we want to make that clear? They're probably either posted notices to this effect as well that are already up on bulletin boards.
There's also a procedure that goes along with this. Would that be a place that we could put the number instead of into the policy itself, but just into the procedure? It's just an option.
Well, why don't you go back and look at it and then come back and make a recommendation? Because I don't want to force you into some specific approach, whether it's in the policy itself or in a procedure, without being able to be satisfied that it meets what Therese is concerned about. Okay, if that's okay with everybody, are there any other questions or comments about the policy change that's before us? Policy changes, I should say.
I think Mark has his hand up.
Mark, sorry, I didn't see that. Go ahead.
I didn't have my hand.
Oh, you
okay.
didn't? Okay. All right, any other questions or comments?
I just had a comment about the paid vacation. Is Juneteenth included or not?
Ooh.
We're going to talk about Juneteenth after the city makes a decision about Juneteenth. So right now it has not been added, Jane.
Okay,
Okay, any other questions or comments? I see none. So Becky, please call the roll. This is as to the three particular revisions that are on the table.
But did you move to accept these? Is there actions?
We did.
We did,
We did
okay.
already.
Gosh.
Mhm.
So that, yeah,
That's
that
right,
was
'cause
all
we put them all
discussion.
together. That's right. That's right. All right. All right. All right. Losing track here. Losing the thread.
No. If anybody ever thinks that we are forgetting something, I probably did forget something. So good job. All right, Becky, please call the roll.
Jane Williams,
yes,
Beth Scheid,
Here. Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barbara Bennett,
yes,
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, I think it was unanimous. The ayes have it. The motion carries. And just staff, if you could make a note for the agenda next time, at least to come back to us and report. I don't flag it so we don't forget about it. And presumably you'll have, unless there's a reason not to do it, we'll have something to consider. 9.2, resolution 2021-07, relating to an intergovernmental agreement. And it's in your materials. Is there a motion to approve that agreement?
So moved.
Okay, Michael moved. Is there a second?
okay.
And
Second, Jane. Any discussion? All right, Becky, please call the
Real
roll.
quick, wait, John.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sharice.
I'm
I looked down.
sorry, I'm not trying to be. I guess I want more information about the Northbrook Library. Like, where is that? That's just one thing. Anybody know? Or is
That's
that
up in the Chicago area, Sharice, and they're very interested in saving libraries money, in having great performers and artists and speakers talk, and providing access to libraries across the state that can't afford this on their own. So they're looking for economies of scale. So if we all put in some money, we can have amazing speakers that we wouldn't have access to otherwise.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You beat me to economies of scale. I'm sorry, I didn't get to say that. All right, any other questions? All right, Becky.
Jane Williams,
Oh, wait. I think Gloria had a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, Gloria, I'm sorry, Gloria.
Hi.
I
think
looked
this
down
is,
at the wrong time
No
and I
worry.
missed the most important comments.
I
Go
think
ahead.
this is a terrific thing. Just a question about how much this is. Is it 400? I saw the transfer amount.
Looking at our budget, it is $750, but we only need to transfer $400.
That's a great deal. Cool.
Yes.
Looking forward to the programming.
Okay, are we ready? I'm not going to look down. All right, go for it, Becky.
okay. Jane Williams,
Yes,
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barbara Bennett,
yes,
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. The ayes have it. The motion carries. 9.3, resolution 2021-08, the custodial services contract. Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve the resolution to approve custodial services contract with Custom Facility Services, Inc.
Okay, that's Sharice. And then Jane, I think I saw your border light up, so we'll make you the second.
yes.
Any questions, comments, any discussion? Seeing none, Becky, please call the roll.
Jane Williams,
Yes.
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barb Bennett,
Yes.
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, it was unanimous. The ayes have it. Motion carries. 9.4, second cooperative agreement concerning the Morrow building. Is there a motion to approve?
I
So
so
moved.
moved.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Barb.
I move.
And I'll second.
Okay, Barb moved and Beth seconded. Let me find that one here.
In the director's report, towards the
Thank you.
back, the one with the
Yes.
maps.
That's where it is. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Sharice?
I guess because this is way before my time. I guess I'm just curious as to, is that building, is it vacant or?
No, the city rents it out. The city currently owns it, and the
Uh-huh.
Bluebird Boutique is in there.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep. And so the library, staff recommend that you let the city hold on to it until it naturally comes to the library and we don't have to pay any money for it. And then we will own it and we can work with the tenant at that time or move ahead in whatever direction you think is fit. But we don't recommend paying to own property that then we have to manage as property owners.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, it has been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay, Becky, please call the roll.
Sure. Jane Williams,
Yes.
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barb Bennett,
Yes.
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, that was unanimous. Ayes have it. The motion carries. 9.5, a thank you resolution for Susan Peters. Celeste, do you want to introduce this one?
Yes, we are so sad that our beloved Susan Peters, who is a youth services librarian for a number of years, after being a stewardess and being a teacher and doing many different kinds of work, brought all her skills to us. And after being a part-time youth librarian, then became a youth cataloger. And so we've really enjoyed having Susan with us and wish her the best and sorry to see her go. And we would love to recognize her excellent work.
Yes, well, thank you, Celeste. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Been moved by Michael. Is there a second?
Second.
I think
Lupe got
I saw Lupe this time. Sorry,
Lupe
Sharice,
got it.
no. Yeah, fragile self-esteem. I'm sorry. It's been moved in second. Any discussion? All right, Becky, please call the roll.
Sure. Jane Williams,
Yes.
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barb Bennett,
Yes.
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. The motion carries, and that was unanimous. And we're moving on to 9.6, the budget amendment. Celeste, you want to describe that too?
We have a couple of different good news items in here. We were fortunate to receive more money than budgeted in the per capita grant of about $9,000, more than we expected, because the amount of money per capita increased from $1.25 to $0.475. So we recommend that since this is a one-time increase in revenue, that we use that to change up our website. We have a RFP posted right now that Amanda has worked on, and this seems like a very good fit for the amount we expect it to cost to upgrade our website and then have it hosted afterwards. In addition, the Illinois State Treasurer's Office reached out to us and said, hey, we have some money that's yours. Do you want it? And we said, yes, please. And that's about $19,000. And so Rachel and Drew and Adult and Youth Services staff have been commenting on things that we can do to enhance patron and staff experience using the second floor lab. We don't know how much that will cost, but it will not be inexpensive. And so we thought for now we would put this money towards that project and start moving ahead with upgrading the equipment that we offer and the software and such. And then I made a mistake last month, and I would need to move money from one line to the correct line as opposed to a line that doesn't exist. So those are the main changes requested in the budget amendment.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
So,
Moved by Gloria, seconded by Michael. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none. Becky, please call the roll.
Jane Williams,
Yes.
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barb Bennett,
Yes.
Michael Weissman,
yes.
Mark Pelmore. Was that a yes?
He's nodding.
He
Let the
shook
record
his head.
reflect, he's nodding.
My screen is goofy this time. Okay, Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
and Sharice Hersey.
Yes.
Okay, any opposed? Seeing none, it's unanimous. The ayes have it, the motion carries. On to discussion items. We've got reports from the various liaisons, starting with the Friends. Barb, do you have anything to report?
Yes, the Friends will be hosting a library book sale on November 19th to 21st in the McFarland Hood Reading Room. On Friday and Saturday, the hours will be 9 to 5:30, and on Sunday, it will be 1 to 4:30.
Any questions for Barb? All right, on to the foundation, and I'll report on that. They're about to do the foundation's annual campaign. Campaign officially launches next week with social media, an e-newsletter, and a direct mail card to about 950 people. The theme is Dreams Come Alive through the library and focuses on the children's area, refreshing the new book area and adding tactile learning opportunities. Foundation's fundraiser with Suzu's Bakery was a huge success. This is a new partnership. The cheesecakes sold out before the weekend. The fundraiser, and Suzu's is donating $720 to the foundation.
May I say, I was way too late and I was only like 5 days into it. And they said, we cannot possibly make another one. We have 60. We're not sure how we're going to do them all. I'm like,
Oh my.
and I thought it was early. So good idea. Whoever came up with that idea.
Looks like we'll do that again. And then next, the foundation is the beneficiary of the Common Ground Co-op's Roundup for Good program in February 2022. You know how that works if you go to Common Ground. Plans are underway for getting the word out about the new opportunity to support the foundation. So ends my report. Any questions? All right, Illinois Heartland. Anything on that from anybody? I know Lupe is not representing us there anymore.
I can still report, just a reminder that the virtual member day is next week on Thursday, the 18th, I believe, if I have my date right, but I will be attending as much as I can and will report back if I hear anything exciting to share with the board.
Okay, thanks, Lupe. Are there any administrative reports? Celeste.
I would just like to take a moment to bring your attention to the certificate that our wonderful Lauren Chambers received. You know that the staff here are amazing and really dedicate themselves to community service, and it's rewarding in itself, but it's also very nice when an organization takes a moment to recognize the hard work that people do. So a couple years back, the entire acquisitions department received a certificate from Cunningham Children's Home for the work they do in having volunteers in acquisitions. And this is the most recent example of an organization saying, thank you to library staff for the excellent work they did. And this is to Lauren Chambers working on a literacy effort with the Daughters of the American Revolution. And congratulations to Lauren.
Terrific. Are there any board or other committee reports beyond what we've already just gone through? Okay, seeing none. Board President's report. I just want to say publicly, Gloria came and gave a wonderful presentation to Kiwanis about the activities of the Y and the Welcome program. And well, I wanted you all to know she did a great job, and thank you, Gloria, for that. And I'm sure she's available to talk to lots of other great groups.
I am. Thank you, John. Tap on me anytime you'd like.
And that's, yeah, when we had fun too. And that's all I have to report as for the President's report. And is there any unfinished business? Any new business?
Can I make an announcement about something?
Uh-oh, that sounded ominous. Therese.
I
Go
just
for it.
want to, I just want to announce and give everybody invitation, of course, to Celeste was there, Becky was there when Mark did his reading at Bohemia, Mark Roberts. He's back this weekend with books. If anybody wants to also come to Bohemia, instead of him, there'll be another reading, but there'll be several of us kind of also reading stories out of his book this time. So I'm going to be one of the readers. I would love to have some, you guys come out, and I'm not sure. I know that folks that showed up for the reading before were promised a free book. I'm not quite sure if that happens or if he's going to send it in the mail. I'm not sure, but I would come and try to get it anyway. So, so that's from 2 to 4 on Saturday at Bohemia. He'll be signing and autographing books, and as well as sales. And then at 5 o'clock is when the reading starts.
And where is Bohemia for everybody?
Bohemia is on the corner of Main Street and Race, across the street from UC Bank. And there's a little back room that Malia uses to entertain, I guess, so to speak. I don't know, but for gatherings. And so I'm really hoping that, if any of you can show up to do that, that would be nice. And you'll enjoy the stories and the rhymes. They're humorous as well as entertaining. So, and some of them very thought-provoking.
He is a clever character, to say the least. Having gone to high school with him along with Charisse.
So,
and I've got a conflict, so sorry that I can't be there. But you can extend my regards, Charisse.
Okay, thank you, John.
Okay. Any new business? Maybe that was new business. I don't think we have any. All right, then is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Moved by Charisse. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Beth. Becky, do you want to call the roll?
Let's go for it. Okay. Jane Williams,
Yes.
Beth Scheid,
Yes.
John Thies,
Yes.
Barb Bennett,
Yes.
Michael Weissman,
Yes.
Mark Pelmore,
Yes.
Lupe Mejia,
Yes.
Gloria Yen,
Yes.
Charisse Hersey.
Yes.
Okay, are there any opposed? And if you are, you're in a lot of trouble as much as we enjoy this. I see none. All right, motion carries. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
All right.
Good
Have a
night.
good Thanksgiving, everyone.